Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to Counselor's Couch 101. I'm Jim Stump. And recently, we've been talking a lot about holidays, the people I'm talking with, and things that are going on. Everybody has issues over the holidays, as to some people have problems with money. They don't have enough to buy everybody the great presents that they want to buy them. Other people have problems with transportation. That is to say, their relatives live far away, the people they want to spend time with. People have time with getting off, problems with getting off from work, just things, and everybody's just talking about these various issues. But one of the issues that comes up a lot is about Thanksgiving dinners with extended family members, right? I imagine we have all seen movies where the family gets together and they fight like heck, right? They all sit down. All of a sudden, somebody says something to offend another person, knowing full well that the comment would be offensive and that the person would be hurt by it. And the injured individual fights back some way or another by saying something unkind in return, and on the argument goes. And in the movies, people start throwing food, and the entire house is covered with food all over the walls. People are drenched in gravy and mashed potatoes and corn and etc. The turkey is upended onto the floor. The dog bites it and runs off with it, etc., etc. And everybody's mad and they want to punch each other out, but they're just sticking to the food fight because they don't really want to do life in prison, right? There's a line, they'll stop, but still, it's a horrendous scene. And in the movies, we're supposed to look at that, we're supposed to laugh. And I've never been able to laugh at that stuff. I say how horrible this is that people who are supposed to care about each other would do these things. There's no humor in this, not in my way of thinking. And whenever I see scenes like that in movies, I avoid those movies. I just simply don't recommend them, and I don't watch them, and etc. I don't like that kind of stuff. But the question becomes: these things are real. The reason why these sorts of situations end up in movies is because people have experienced them. And the movies are making commentary on the way we live and behave and how we get along as a human species, right? How we do it in our culture, in our time. And the question becomes, how do we do this? Do we simply not have family Thanksgiving dinners? That is to say, a smaller group, just invite the relatives you like and let the other relatives have their own dinner somewhere else. That could be a solution. And if that's the best that you can do, maybe it's the best choice, right? But if you want to get over those sorts of impasses, those social family impasses, how do you cope with that? People say, I'll just, white knuckle it. I'll just go and I'll bite my tongue and I won't say anything of any controversy whatsoever. I won't bring up any subject that's going to cause anybody to have a negative reaction. We certainly won't talk politics, religion, or income, but we can't even talk football, right? That'll lead to arguments too. Because the argument is not about the politics, the religion, the income, or the football. It's about the hurts that have gone on before. That's what's driving it. When we talk about being triggered, somebody gets angry at a comment that is made this Thanksgiving at this dinner because, and they react really violently, more so than is warranted, it would seem. But that comment is triggering all the resentment and the angers and the hurt feelings from years past. They all stack up, And when you pull the string, all that anger comes rushing out. It's not just that one comment. And that's what's going on there, right? We're being triggered. All the old resentments, all the old hurts, they come out. What do we do with that? Stay away from everybody? We could do that, right? We could white knuckle it. We can promise grandma that we will not fight. We won't argue no matter what, cousin John does to us. Oh, we could take a different tact. Hard one, though. Probably a lot of you know, and this is a true story. In World War I, when the two armies were facing each other across those muddy fields and all those trenches and all that, I believe it was a German soldier stood up on Christmas Eve along about midnight, right? And he exposed himself by standing up, and he could have been shot, right? And he started singing Silent Night. Have you heard this story, right? This true event. It really happened. Um, he stood up and started singing Silent Night. And the soldiers on the other line, they stood up and began singing with him, right? And then the whole field, all the soldiers joined in and they sang that song, Silent Night, right? And for a few moments, there was peace on the battlefield. No one was shooting at anyone else, just for a few moments. Lay down all their angers, their frustrations, their hatreds, and for a few moments, they connected on a different level. You can call that level anything you like. Um, I'm not here to name it necessarily, but I hope that all of you can recognize it and know what I'm talking about. That's how we have to reach across the battle line of the dinner table at Thanksgiving and put it all aside and say, okay, for these moments, we are going to exist in peace. I'm going to see the better part of you for this time, right? For a few moments today, I'm going to focus my comments on what you do well. I'm going to say things about how well you look, how you dress, and in a way that is flattering, and appreciate the fact that you brought the food that you did to the Thanksgiving dinner. And by the way, thanks for traveling all that way. We're going to start saying things like that just for the moment. It doesn't mean that the war is over. It just means that we're calling a truce for this time, for this moment. We want to reconnect, not only on a family level, we want to reconnect on a human level, something larger than just a turkey and mashed potatoes. Don't forget the little onions. I love them. Sorry. And cranberries. Um, we want to connect on a different level. We want to put all the resentment aside. We want to put all the hurt aside just for a time. And who knows, maybe we can start a detente or a peace movement of some sort that could carry us through the holidays and into the next year. Maybe we won't be best of friends in the near future, but maybe we'll get along a little bit better than we have in the past, right? We start to see something in the other person that we can admire and appreciate. And if we look for those and put away all the negativities, we might just be able to make a connection with the person that'll last beyond the holidays, right? You don't have to become best friends, but it'd be nice if we can connect and say, hey, you know, I know we don't get along. Let's agree to live in peace, and I'll respect you, and you respect me, and we won't throw the mashed potatoes this year. We'll leave that for the movies. Thanks for stopping by, folks. I really appreciate it. I look forward to talking with you next time. Happy Thanksgiving, all of you. Enjoy it. Don't fight.